5 powerful books Elon Musk recommends. Elon Musk's reading recommendations are quite different. Where Gates's tastes tend towards the whimsical and Jobs's towards the metaphysical, Musk's list is all about science. Only one of his recommendations is a traditional business book, with the rest dealing either with the history of science or the relationship of science to public policy. 1. Benjamin Franklin. Subtitle: An American Life. Author: Walter Isaacson. Why it's inspiring. Musk was born in South Africa, but was always drawn to the United States, where he took multiple degrees, founded his businesses, and gained citizenship at the age of 41. Musk probably sees Franklin as the type of American he himself would like to be and become, a combination of statesman, inventor, and businessman. Best quote: "His morality was built on a sincere belief in leading a virtuous life, serving the country he loved, and hoping to achieve salvation through good works. That led him to make the link between private virtue and civic virtue, and to suspect, based on the meager evidence he could muster about God's will, that these earthly virtues were linked to heavenly ones as well. As he put it in the motto for the library he founded, to pour forth benefits for the common good is divine." In comparison to contemporaries such as Jonathan Edwards, who believed that men were sinners in the hands of an angry God and that salvation could come through grace alone, this outlook might seem somewhat complacent. In some ways it was, but it was also genuine. 2. Katherine the Great. Subtitle: Portrait of a Woman. Author: Robert K. Massey. Why it's inspiring. Musk is surrounded by intelligent, creative, beautiful women. His sister is a well-known film director and producer, his first wife an accomplished novelist, and his second wife, with whom he's had an off-and-on relationship, a successful actress who studies physics and the natural sciences. It's not hard to see how Musk might be drawn to an historical figure who in many ways resembles the women in his life. Best quote: "She was discovering the way to make people like her, and once she had learned the skill, she practiced it brilliantly. It was not a matter of behaving seductively. Sophia, and later Catherine, was never a coquette. It was not sexual interest she wished to arouse, but warm, sympathetic understanding. To produce these reactions in other people, she used means so conventional and modest that they appear almost sublime. She realized that people preferred to talk rather than to listen, and to talk about themselves rather than anything else." 3. Einstein. Subtitle: His Life and Universe. Author: Walter Isaacson. Why it's inspiring. Musk's first college degree was a BS in physics, and his 3 companies, SpaceX, Tesla, and SolarCity, all depend upon a deep and ongoing understanding of physics and chemistry. Einstein essentially created our modern understanding of the world, so it's only logical that Musk would be interested in the man's life and work. Best quote: "An appreciation for the methods of science is a useful asset for a responsible citizenry." What science teaches us, very significantly, is the correlation between factual evidence and general theories, something well illustrated in Einstein's life. In addition, an appreciation for the glories of science is a joyful trait for a good society. It helps us remain in touch with that childlike capacity for wonder about such ordinary things as falling apples and elevators that characterizes Einstein. 4. Howard Hughes. Subtitle: His Life and Madness. Authors: Donald L. Bartlett and James B. Steele. Why it's inspiring. Hughes led a very sad and lonely life. Despite his brilliance as an inventor and businessman, Hughes never achieved the level of technological success that he sought. Today, he's remembered more for his greatest failure, the spruce goose, than for his successes. I strongly suspect that Tesla sees Howard Hughes as a role model for what to avoid rather than emulate. Best quote: "While Hughes's mind was adept at absorbing complicated technical material, there was no place in it for human beings. He could remember years afterward, to the quarter inch, the angle of the windshield in a plane he helped to design. but had entirely lost the name of the engineer who worked side by side with him for many months. From childhood on, he was never one of the boys, never able to share a joke or enjoy the camaraderie of youth or the friendship of adults. He never sought and did not seem to need human companionship. 5. Ignition. Subtitle: An Informal History of Liquid Rocket Propellants. Author: John D. Clark. Why it's inspiring. This insider's account of the early years of rocketry captures the excitement of researching and developing technologies that lie outside the realm of computer science. While we're accustomed to think of technological progress in terms of Moore's Law, in a few short years, these engineers went from launching metal tubes small enough to hold in your hand to propelling a 2-ton metal capsule containing 3 humans all the way to the moon. With his SpaceX venture, Musk clearly sees himself as carrying on this tradition. Note: this out-of-print book was originally printed on demand and is now exceedingly rare. There is, however, a PDF version available online. Best quote: "We were in a new and exciting field. Possibilities were unlimited, and the world was our oyster, just waiting to be opened. We knew that we didn't have the answers to the problems in front of us, but we were sublimely confident of our ability to find them in a hurry and set about the search with a gusto, the only word for it, that I have never seen before or since." Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to join our community. For more content like this, check out our other videos on the channel. And remember, your comments and feedback are always appreciated.